Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you all are fine. My name is Sumaira Fayaz and I am your computer science teacher. Today we are going to discuss the summer vacation task for class pre-9th. First of all, we are going to discuss the introduction to your summer task. You have to solve the MCQs on the worksheet provided to you. You have to attempt long and short questions on your notebook, and you have to draw neat and labeled diagram. First of all, we are going to discuss our worksheet number 1, and our section A contain MCQs. You can see in the worksheet there is a section A of MCQs. You have to encircle the correct option. First, you are going to read the statement carefully, and after that you have to select the best option and you have to mark it on the worksheet. Our second section, which is our section B, it contains short questions, and our third section, which is section C, contain long questions. First of all, we are going to discuss our chapter number 1, Fundamentals of Computer. Fundamentals are the basics of the computer, how the computer evolves, what is the history of the computer, what are the types of the computers, what are the classifications of the computers, and how you can use computer in your daily life. The first short question is, define Napier's bone and slide rule. John Napier, a Scottish mathematician, invented a calculating device called Napier bone in 1614. It consists of a wooden box containing rotating cylinders, each of which had the digits from 0 to 9. What are the functionalities it can perform? It can find the square root of number by simple addition and subtraction. Now, what is slide rule? Based on the idea of logarithm, an English mathematician, William Orchard, developed a device called slide rule in 1920s. It was very useful for solving problems of multiplication and division. And the structure of slide rule was a slide rule and a transparent sliding cursor. Now we are going to discuss a short question number 2, compare first and third generation computers. Now, what are the first generation computers? Vacuum tubes were used in the first generation computers. Vacuum tubes generated so much heat that they had to be cooled by air conditioner. They burnt out very often, and it was very difficult to repair and maintain the first generation computers. The first generation computers were slow and the memory was very small. Machine language was used in these type of computers. And what are the examples of first generation computers? ENIAC, UNIVAC, Mark I, IBM 604. Now, what are the third generation computers? Third generation computers used IC chips, which are also called integrated circuits or semiconductor chips, and these were used instead of transistors that were being used in the second generation of the computers. A single IC chip contained a large number of transistors. IC chips increased the power and decreased the cost of the computers. Invention of IC chip was basically a great breakthrough in advancing computer technology at that time, because as compared to first and second generation computers, the third generation computers consume less electricity, became smaller, and they improved the speed and the memory of the computers, and they use input and output devices just like keyboard and monitors with that computers. Now, what are the examples of the third generation computers? IBM System 360, Borrow 6700, System 3, 6600 computers, etc. Now we have our question number 3, which is differentiate between analog and digital computers. What are analog computers? Analog computers accept data in continuous form, whereas digital computers accept data in the form of zeros and ones. So we can say that analog computers are continuous and digital computers are not continuous. These are special purpose computers and the digital computers are general purpose computers. स्पेशल पर्पस कंप्यूटर्स आपके पास वो कंप्यूटर्स होते हैं जिनको किसी स्पेसिफिक टास्क के लिए डिज़ाइन किया जाता है, और जो जनरल पर्पस कंप्यूटर्स होते हैं वो आपके जेनेरिक कंप्यूटर्स होते हैं जिनको मल्टीपल पर्पसेस के लिए यूज़ किया जा सकता है. Analog computers fast processing speed as compared to digital computers. Digital computers contain low processing speed. Analog computers contain small memory size and digital computer memory capacity is huge. Now we are going to discuss our short question number 4, that Ahmed, a class 9 student, is asking his father to replace his home computer's CRT monitor with LCD monitor. How will you justify his demand? Now, to answer to your question is, LCDs are free from geometric image distortion at the screen edges because they are a flat matrix display and every pixel is active. LCDs have uniform screen brightness and their screen is covered with the flexible surface. LCDs are flicker free, that means it reduces the risk of headache and eye strain. Because LCDs are smaller than CRT monitors, LCDs require little space than CRT monitor. LCDs also require less energy than CRT monitors. Now our next question is question number 5. What will happen if storage devices are removed from a computer? The storage devices are basically the core function and fundamental component of the computers. The purpose of the memory device is to store the information and for the information retrieval. अगर आप स्टोरेज डिवाइसेस को कंप्यूटर से रिमूव कर देंगे तो ये पॉसिबल नहीं होगा कि आप कंप्यूटर के अंदर किसी भी किस्म का डाटा या इंफॉर्मेशन को स्टोर कर सकें फॉर फर्दर यूज़.